How can Conor Benn fight again? Watch this video. Hello, welcome to On My Edson. I hope you're all well. So as we know, in the last week, Conor Benn has been cleared of any wrongdoing. Well, I'm not sure if he's been cleared of any wrongdoing by the drug panel. So basically, hey, yeah, you can fight. Your suspension is lifted, but not by UK anti-doping and also not by the Boxing Board of Control. So we're in this same whirlwind of, did he do anything wrong? Did he get caught for something? Is there something wrong with the testing? Okay, so here's the problem. This has probably been mentioned by other people. I don't know. These are only my own thoughts. But you've got something in your system. You're ultimately responsible for whatever's in your system as a boxer, as a sportsman, right, in this country. Therefore, you are responsible for it, regardless of how it got in there. Okay. The second thing is, this is not just an isolated failure of one test. There were two separate tests, months apart, and both tests were positive. So we know that. Now, Conor Benn is saying what went into his system is not what the WBC was saying, that it's all an overdose on eggs or anything. He said, no, that wasn't it. I don't know. So how did it get into his system? Now, the other argument is say, well, the team that's around you, you kind of delegate responsibility to a team in terms of nutrition, in terms of, hydration, that kind of thing. Maybe there was some kind of contamination there that nobody was aware of. Okay, fine. That is a possibility. Regardless of if there was a mistake somewhere, it's still got into your system. Therefore, if it's in your system, two separate tests, two separate occasions, therefore, this is not just a random mistake. This is something that has been part of your being, part of your training, part of your regime that maybe you weren't even aware of. That's why you're so vehement that you didn't take anything. That's another point. I don't believe that necessarily Conor Benn is lying and saying no, he's hiding something. I think that he's just unaware, but this was part of his regime. He had no idea. Now, whatever they've changed in their regime, in terms of hydration, in terms of nutrition, but if it's not shown up anymore in any drug test, then obviously whatever they've changed, that was it. That's the source of it. So you've got to look into his team. Okay. Any changes in his team, any personnel? Have they changed hydration? Have they changed vitamin supplements or anything like that? Have they changed anything about nutrition? If they have, that's where the source is. That's where it is. I don't think you need to be a rocket science to work this out. So the problem is that it's very grey. It's kind of everybody saying, well, we're cleared to fight, we're cleared to fight. And then the British Boxing Board of Control was saying, well, hold on a minute, we got a right to appeal here. Whatever it is, it stinks. It stinks. And it's, I've said this in the past and made videos about it. It's just been handled so poorly from all sides. And then Eddie Hearn just piping up again. No, we're clear to fight. And he's been saying this so many times, it's just ridiculous. You feel for him. But the point is, if there was a mistake in testing, whatever it is, then you've got to ask yourself, well, has Conor Benn, does he have the right to take legal action against the doping authorities, the testing centres? Does he have a right to take legal action against the British Boxing Board of Control? Does he have any way back from this as well? He's still in limbo. Now, he could be given his licence back. He could be cleared to fight the mega fight against Chris Eubank, and people want to watch it. And this has been going on for so long, and such a grey area and so many questions about it. People lost the will to live on this. Think, well, bloody, just let him fight. Just let him fight. But the point is, he still failed to test on two separate occasions, and they were months apart. For two testing systems, the same test, but for two bodies, as it were. One for the Chris Eubank fight and one for the WBC clean program or whatever it was called. But they were months apart. So it was part of his regime. So it's in him. So he's responsible for that. Now, you could say, well, okay, he's served 2 years now. Well, he hasn't, because he's had two fights in the meantime as well. And actually, that substance should be a 4-year ban as well, as I'm led to believe. Now, could this have all been sorted out right? Could he have handled this a lot better? Could he say, look, do you know what? It's in my system. I take it. I have no idea why it went in there. I have no idea. And boxers have done that. So look, no idea. Hold my hands up. It's my responsibility. I have no idea how it got in there. Look, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Please test it. Let us all know. I'll take it, and that's it, because you're ultimately responsible for what it is. But no, they didn't do that. They went on the defensive straight away. That's what's caused this problem. And now he could be cleared to fight, but there's no answers as to how he got into that system. So he has been, let's say, a drug cheat in terms of having that in his system and him not taking responsibility for it, but he could be cleared to fight again. And he hasn't really served a suspension because he has had a couple of fights in the meantime. Granted, this has really ruined his career and he's put his career back, and now he's just going after the big fights just to claw back some money, claw back some lost time. But it's not good. It's not a good situation for boxing, and it's definitely not a good situation for Conor Benn and his whole team. But it's not a great look for the testing authorities and also the British Boxing Board of Control. It'd be very interesting to see if any legal action is taken, or do they just say, look, let's just draw a line in the sand, whatever mistakes were made, just give me back my license and just clear me to fight, and then we'll just go that way. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, well, just keep on watching the videos, and I'll catch you again on another video coming very soon. Bye now.